How's it going, guys? KillKhast here. Welcome back to another World War Z build guide. Today we're going to be looking at the Exterminator. Let me first start off by saying please like this video if you enjoy the content. The more likes, the more it broadcasts it to a wider audience, and that would help out the channel immensely. So please drop a like if you enjoy this one. Go ahead and comment down below how you feel about the build, if you think it works. If you've tried it, let me know how it works. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this. Feel free to thumb through the rest of my playlists. I'm sure there'll be something there that you like for anyone that's new to the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I say on every build guide, if you just want the look of the build and that's it, you just want to copy and paste it and hope for the best, you can go ahead and copy and paste this and go ahead and cut out. No hard feelings. But for those of you that want to stick around, we'll go ahead and talk about the build. This one isn't going to be as in-depth as my other ones because I've already done an in-depth Exterminator build. And for those of you that are trying to just get a general understanding of the Exterminator, please go through my playlist, World War Z build guides. Plenty of playlists there that are in-depth that talk about the class, different ways to play them, and what's probably better for either newer players or just as a general build. But this one's a little bit different. So what we did here is, instead of running claymores, which I heavily suggest for people that are newer to Exterminator because it's just an all-around good horde thinning device. It's very good at your endpoints, extractions, hold points, so have you, whatever you want to call them. This one's built slightly different. Both ways that I play Exterminator are kind of in a support class, this one as well. But this one's more of a passive support class, if you understand what I mean. Whereas my previous build guide was more of an in-your-face, you're more frontlining, but you're still supporting. This one's more of a backline support, which is odd for an Exterminator, but bear with me, let's go ahead and get into it. I went with Molotovs here. Molotovs burn 50% longer. We chose Hangover here. I mean, it's understandable why you'd want them to burn longer. If you've seen any of the fire damage zombies, kill zombies very quick. Zombies and fire do not get along, so you want this burning as long as possible. Instead of choosing Pyromaniac, Molotov's fire damage increased by 50%. We don't need it to burn for higher damage, we need it to burn longer, because all a zombie has to do is walk through that fire, and it's going to tick down very fast to the point that they're either a one-shot or it'll just kill them outright. We want it to burn longer, not for more damage. Next choice, on every Exterminator build, I'm always going to pick this because this is an amazing skill. All elbows, movement speed penalty when zombies are very close, reduced by 100%. This skill right here will allow you to get out of swarms of zombies fairly easy. There hasn't been a point where I get so surrounded that I get pinned when I have this perk. And without this perk, what you'll notice is, I'm sure you guys have been in a situation where zombies are coming at you, maybe they start coming up behind as well, and for some reason you just can't move anymore and they down you, even though you still have health. Well, with this, you don't get caught in that situation nearly as much. Next here, I went with Heavy Metal 2. I think the assault shotgun is a lot better than the RPG. I mean, granted, the RPG does a ton of damage, can outright kill bulls, can outright kill probably 30 zombies, if more. I don't know if it does have a cap. I thought it did, but I'm not entirely sure. But the Taiga 12 is just very good at mowing down hordes that are running at you. You can just sit there and pull the trigger and it'll hit that one and it'll just keep going. It'll penetrate pretty much the entire group. And it's very good at proccing your on-kill effects. So I went ahead and went with the assault shotgun. The Bandolier, like I said, we're not going to go too much in depth because I've already done an in-depth Exterminator build. This one's just a must-have. I went with the AK on this build. I gave up my wheatgrass because, like I said, we're not so much as an in-your-face support as we are more as a like a backline support. Because shotguns are going to be more of the in-your-face support, like we are running on the previous Exterminator build guide. And this one, like I keep saying, is going to be backlining. So you're going to want to be able to shoot from afar. You don't want to be up in the zombie's face like the previous ones. We're not running claymores. So what we have here is Combat Engineer, 20% chance to restore an expended defense kit. And the odd thing is, I highly doubt that it's a 20% chance. There's been times where they give us an automated turret, and I've placed that thing down 4 times in a row before it finally gets used up. You know, sometimes it doesn't proc, sometimes it doesn't, and that's fine if it doesn't, it's whatever. But on the times that it does proc, it just helps out so much. Whether it's an extra razor wire, whether it's an extra high voltage grid, especially if it's an extra automated turret, it really, really helps out. Next here, I have Cloak and Dagger. And I know that on my other ones, I stressed health, but this one we're going for trying not to get hit because, like I said, we're not going tanky, we're going more of a backline support, and we're just not going to get hit. With this, killing 15 zombies in rapid succession grants masking effect for 3 seconds. Where that isn't very long, there's also no cooldown. This one's only 3 seconds, but you could just keep proccing it over and over and over. With your fire here, your Molotovs burn longer. This procs fairly often in horde situations. Like for instance on Jerusalem, when you're helping Green Gold, I believe it's the second chapter in Jerusalem where they're climbing up the spillway. You just keep throwing the Molotovs down at the bottom, and this will just proc over and over and over and over, and it's pretty easy to go almost that entire fight invisible. Next one here, like I said, not too in depth, so we're not going to touch on this. Next here we have Bullet Rain. All fully automatic weapons reload speed increased by 25%. I went with this because, like I said, we're going for the AK on this one. Normally I would take third hand for the shotguns because shotgun reloading is kind of miserable. Next, you guys already know if you watched my channel before, I love Pickpocket, and especially a class that's burning zombies. Why not? Like I always say, there's never going to be a point in time where your team just like, fuck it, let's not kill some zombies. That is the point of the game. And killing 15 zombies in rapid succession isn't hard, especially when you're running on the higher difficulties. You're always going to have at least 15 zombies around, probably 30, 40, 50 zombies around easily. And like I said, you're burning zombies, so that's a passive damage over time that you're not even having to worry about. You just throw it down, let it do its thing, while you're shooting them as well. So it's very, very easy to get this to proc. It's only a 25% chance, but the game's constantly spitting zombies at you. You're going to get this to proc fairly often. Next here, I went with Ghost. Automatically receiving masking effect if you are the last of your team still standing. Does not apply if you're incapacitated or pinned. So like I said before, we are backline supporting. We're not going to be in your face, so we probably would not be first person down. We probably will be the last person down. So like I said, this is more of an advanced player's guide, and it's very team helping, I guess what I should say, especially if you're running with newer people, because you'll probably be the last one alive. And what this does is it can either A, get you out of a sticky situation, like all the zombies are running for you, you need to get a good choke point that you can run into where you can just mow them down, or maybe you want to go revive your teammates, you could do that with this. What we've done with our Molotovs is essentially, in horde situations, we've made them into masking grenades. How will we do that? Well, this burns 50% longer, and you have a 15% chance to proc more. So we've constantly got a supply of them. But when we kill zombies, we're invisible for 3 seconds. Now bear with me, the fixer lasts significantly longer. I believe when you fully upgrade, it's like 18 seconds you could be invisible. But this one is burning zombies constantly. You're constantly getting the Molotovs back because they kill so efficiently. And you're constantly able to go invisible because you're killing so efficiently. So you have made yourself into pretty much the solo player fixer, because your masking effect does not affect your teammates. You're always invisible in horde situations, bear in mind. If it happens that your teammates do go down, there you go, there's another invisible for you. And we'll go ahead and touch on the last skill here just in case we do have any newer players. When there are more than 30 zombies in the area, firearm damage is increased by 25%, and number of melee strikes before becoming fatigued is increased by 2. The melee strikes really isn't important. What's important there is the firearm damage is increased by 25%. You have a fully automatic weapon that you're just able to spray into a horde. You're doing extra damage because there's a horde. You can burn the ground anywhere you throw these at, and it's just gonna create a choke point, because if the zombies decide to run over it, it's gonna kill them. Couple that with the fact that every time that you're killing 15 zombies, just point blank period, there's no % chance, just every time you kill 15 zombies, you are going invisible. Then as your main goal is to keep invisible, you are also proccing this here, giving you more Molotovs to then throw on the ground, to then kill more zombies, to go more invisible, to get more, and it's an endless cycle. It just really is. But like I said, this is more of a backline. It's not as tanky as my original Exterminator build, so that's why we went with the AK, so that we could backline a lot more efficiently. I really hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I know it wasn't as in-depth as my other ones, because like I said, this is going to be more of an experienced player's build, and I've already done an in-depth Exterminator. It's just I'm noticing a lot more with the game going on sale that there's a lot of newer people out. So if you're an experienced player and you're trying to help those newer people out if they're on your team, try giving this build a go, because like I said, chances are you're probably going to be the last one up anyways. And this one, almost selfish in a way, because you're focused on keeping yourself invisible. But if you're the experienced player, there's a chance that you're probably going to be carrying your team a little bit more. No offense to anyone, but that's usually just how it goes. If that is the case, this is helping you do that. If you're helping your team get through the game, especially if they're new, I don't see the harm as long as you're not being a jerk about it. Like there's no harm in helping someone out, giving them a little carry every now and then, and this build does very well at doing that. If you guys would rather see an extensive Exterminator build guide, please feel free to check my previous build. Like I said, I have a playlist set up. just go back and look at my How to Exterminator. It's an in-depth, we go over every skill, we go over every scenario, and if you're new to Exterminator especially, this will help you out. It just helps you understand your class, what your class's function is, and how you can best help your team. But without further ado, guys, that has been this build guide. Like I said, your job is to stay invisible, burn zombies, continuously get more Molotovs to then stay invisible, and help your team out by doing so. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you would like to see more, please comment down below maybe what you would like to see more of. Like I said, if you tried this and you'd like to tell everyone how it worked, please again comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. The more likes it gets, the more it's broadcasted to a wider audience, and that helps out the channel immensely. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to see more. And if you'd like to see some other stuff by me, like I always say, feel free to thumb through the rest of my playlist. I'm sure there's something there that you like. We got horror, we got RPGs, we got other World War Z. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get you guys out of here. I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble anymore. I have been KillKhast. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.